Number 4, okay, is very simple. Ignore the haters. Ignore the trolls. Ignore all the broke-ass haters that's around you. When I was there trading, learning how to trade, and I just first got out of prison, everybody laughed at me. My stepmom laughed at me. My little sister laughed at me. Okay? My little brother thought I was crazy. All the bouncers and all the co-workers around me thought I was a complete nutcase and a complete idiot, and I was a stupid ass. Okay? When your ass is broke and you're starting out learning how to trade, okay, you are not going to find any supporters. Just know that, right? You are not going to find any supporters from broke-ass people. You are not going to find any supporters, right, from other people who are successful, but they don't trade. The only people that are going to support you when you are starting out as a trader are other traders who are trying to do the same thing. And hopefully you run into a consistently profitable trader that can help you out, okay? So that's reason number 4, is that I was willing to ignore all the haters around me. When somebody was standing there in front of my face and telling me I was a stupid ass and that I was broke and that I just came out of prison and that there's absolutely no way that I can ever succeed as a trader in front of all my coworkers. Now keep in mind, I'm standing there with 8 or 9 of my coworkers standing behind me, around me, listening to one of these trolls and one of these jackasses tell me. See, what he was trying to do was that troll was trying to put in my head why I should be broke like him. Okay? And I refused to listen to that. I refused to listen to that. Okay? And I would not allow it. Okay? I was not going to survive 14 years of prison, right, being around a bunch of Crips, a bunch of gangbangers, around a bunch of, you know, crazy-ass MS-13 gang members, you know, around a bunch of, you know, all these criminals and all these hard, violent people, and then come out and let a jackass tell me that I can't live out my dreams, okay? So I did not do that. And most people cannot do that. Most people cannot do that. Most people cannot emotionally handle it when somebody is telling them that they're a stupid ass, they're crazy, they'll never happen, they'll never succeed. Most people just, okay, if you tell me I can't succeed as a trader, then okay, I guess I can't, right? If you're willing to quit and give up like that, and you're not willing to do whatever it takes, then you, in my opinion, you just don't deserve to be $1 million trader. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or crypto or stocks or gold or silver or oil or wheat or corn. It doesn't matter. You just don't deserve it because you're too weak to be a trader. Okay, so ignore the haters, ignore the trolls, ignore the jackasses that are never going to help you become successful in trading. Okay, now here's reason number 5, right? Staying committed. Reason number 5 is stay committed despite the losses. Okay, when I first got into trading, right, when I was with Andrew, right, hey guys, keep it quiet, right? When I was with Andrew, I was using his money. I was scared shitless. I was so scared that I would lose that money and never ever have a chance to trade again. That $10,000 I guarded with my life. Okay, I guarded it with my life. I traded the correct position size. I traded the correct bet size. I never deviated once from my trade plan. Okay, not once. Okay, I had a plan that I was going to trade 10 shares, and when I was profitable for 3 weeks in a row, and I had to be profitable 4 out of 5 days. I had to show green on the screen 4 out of 5 days, okay, before I go to the next level. And then I did that. It took me like a month to be consistently profitable for 3 weeks straight, okay? And then from there, I jumped up to trading 20 shares, okay? And I traded 20 shares, and I did the same thing. I had to prove to myself that I could be profitable trading 20 shares before I go any bigger. So I traded 20 shares, and I said, if I cannot get this to be profitable for 3 weeks in a row, then I'm not going to go any further. And it took me a month to do that, okay? It took me a month to be consistently profitable and green on the screen with real money in the live markets, right, for 3 out of 4 weeks. And then after that, I jumped up to 50 shares, and then so on. When I got to 100 shares of stocks, I said, you know what? I need to be profitable, you know, for 3 out of 4 weeks and do that for 3 months in a row, okay? And so that was not an accident. I had to prove to myself. So when I was trading Andrew the auctioneer's money, I was so scared that if I lose that $10,000 or become unprofitable, that I would never have a chance to trade again. So I did everything. I did not deviate, and there was times when I wanted to do something different in my trading, or there was opportunities I wanted to jump on, but it didn't fit my trading plan, because part of the agreement that I had with Andrew was I wrote down everything that I was going to do, and that at any time he can, renege or break the contract, the agreement that he and I had. It was a legal binding agreement too, that he could sue me if I didn't do the things that I said I was going to do to protect his money. Okay, so this is not something that was light. It was a 2-year agreement, and during that 2 years, I was not going to break any of these trading rules that we agreed to, that I signed off in the agreement, that for me to borrow that $10,000 from him. Okay, and so after I returned that money, it was so stressful trading that money for him that the agreement was that I was either going to buy him out. No, there was 2 ways that I can get out of that agreement with him. Okay, was that either we make profits and we split the profits 50-50, right? Or if there was any point that I wanted to buy him out and just say, hey man, I don't want to do this no more, then I had to pay him 25% profit. That no matter what happens, he was going to get 25% return on his money by loaning it to me, okay? And I had a 2-year period to do it, and on his part, he had to put up the $10,000, and he could not take the money back before 2 years as long as I did everything that I said I was going to do in the agreement. So I was really scared. I was really, really scared. That was the most stressful time of my life in my trading career, because I was so afraid that he was going to take that money back, that I was going to break one of the rules in the agreement that he and I had, and that he was going to take that money back, all right? And then I would not have an opportunity to trade, okay? So I did everything. Now, after about a year and something, almost 2 years was up, right? Things had changed in my life, and so I paid him what I owed him in the agreement, according to our agreement, and because I wanted to go and trade my own money, okay? And what happened was, when I started trading my own money, it was my money now. I didn't have to be responsible to anybody. I didn't have to worry about it, okay? And so what I did was I did a bunch of stupid things, right? I did a bunch of stupid things, and when I stopped trading Andrew's money, I started trading my own money. Within just a few months, I lost my entire account. I remember, I think I started with like I blew up my whole account. And when I say blow up my account, it means I lost everything to where it got so low to the point where I couldn't trade my regular strategies anymore, right? And so I was so messed up. I spent the next few months not trading anything, looking through my trade logs, studying everything I could to see what I could have done different. And what I did was that I took that and I saved up some money and I reloaded my trading account and I did it again, right? I went this time, I said, hey, I'm not going to break these rules. I do whatever I can. I'm not going to let these big losses get into my trading again and blow up my account and lose my entire account again. And I did it again. And this time I lasted like twice as long. But you know what? I ended up losing my entire account again, simply because I could not stick to my rules. I keep letting big losses get into my trading, and it was just 1 or 2 big losses, and boom, it would destroy my entire account, right? Because I kept holding on to this thinking, oh, this is going to come back, this is going to come back, this is going to come back. The problem is the market keeps falling farther than the money I had in my account. So this cycle where I would, quit trading for several months, reload my account, and then go back and trade again, and within several months I would lose it, and then reload my account. This happened like at least half a dozen times, okay? Now, so the reason here, okay, is that I stayed committed. You might say that, hey Ty, you're a freaking idiot. You lost your first account, you went back and reloaded it and lost your second account, you went back and reloaded and you lost your third account, you went back and reloaded it and lost your fourth account, your fifth account, your sixth account. What are you, an idiot? Are you stupid, or are you just stupid, right? And the answer is no, I'm not stupid. The answer is that I was uneducated about what to do to become a profitable trader. Okay, I was uneducated, but I stayed committed. That's reason number 5, guys. Reason number 5 is this, that I stayed committed to my path, and I did not let the losses destroy me. I knew that those losses were temporary. I knew someday I'm going to make all that money back in 1 hour. Someday I'm going to make all that money back in 1 day. One of these days I'm going to make all that losses back in 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. I did not care. I just knew that once I figured this stuff out, I was going to make it big no matter what anyone said or did. Okay? So that number 5 is reason number 5 is that I stayed committed despite all my losses. Okay? Not only did I lose money, I lost sleep, I lost, hair. I remember I was going through some, by the time I lost my 3rd account, every time in the morning when I went to comb my hair or scratch my head, I would have literally patches of my hair fall out. Okay? That's why you don't ever see any good traders with a full, thick head of hair. I'm not joking about that. If you see any multi-million-dollar traders that have a thick head of hair, right, they're full of shit. They have never been through the stress of trading. There is no multi-million-dollar trader I have ever met in my life that has a full, thick head of hair. Okay, that's one of the downsides to becoming a successful trader. Okay, so that right there, if I look at somebody's hair and it's thick and full and luscious and everything, they're not real traders. They're just fake-ass traders, okay? Real traders, you go into any institutions like Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, Bank of America, any of these places, and you meet the big multi-million-dollar traders, none of them, especially if they're white, most of them are all bald and shit, okay? So, and not because they're old, it's because the stress of trading multi-million-dollar positions is very stressful, okay? So, and keep in mind, guys, when I say it's stressful, it's because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, okay? Now that I know what I'm doing, the stress, even though I trade much bigger sizes now and a bigger portfolio than I ever did in the past, the stress is 1,000 times a lot less because now I know what I'm doing, okay? Back then I didn't know, okay?